So we have the superchargers right here. This is like your quote-unquote gas station. This provides you with free long-distance travel. They're located turnpike, major highways, and in those services areas where you can like park your car and go and get something to eat. Because these things charge up 150 miles in just as little as 20 minutes. And then in another 40 minutes you have a full charge from zero.
Okay.
Then we have the other charging system, which is right here. So we have these wall connectors. In fact, you can continue to walk with me. I'll show you a live one.
Sure.
As well. We have wall connectors. Now those wall connectors is something that you can purchase. It's about 2,000 plus.
That's the portable ones they carry.
Yeah, that's the portable ones you can install at your homes. Right here. So install at your homes, and that will give you, it will pull off of 40 amps, and it will give you about 2 to 4 hours of charge.
Yeah.
And then also, if you look right here, you can also charge at a 110, and what we recommend is a 240. It's not open.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you also can get a 240 volt beside the 110, which is what we recommend, and that's the same as your watches right now.
Yeah, we basically use 110 and some 220 in Jamaica.
Yeah, 220. All right. Well, you're gonna have to get the 240 at least, or 220. The 220 or 220, it doesn't matter which one, and that gives you about 6 to 8 hours to fully charge your vehicle, which is about, I mean, that's overnight.
Okay, but I've seen there's a little compact thing that.
Portable?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. We don't really have a portable charger that is really reliable.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's something that you should use at all. Mainly if you're, in Jamaica or any other place, if you have a place where you can charge up, if you have an outlet, use the outlet. I would prefer you use this, which gives you about 3 to 5 miles per hour.
Right.
That'd take about like 24 hours to charge up from 0 to 4. But again, 0 to 4 means, the max or the minimum range you're gonna get in the vehicle is 240 miles range, or 230 I should say if you get a 70 kilowatt battery Model S.
Okay.
The top of the line is 270 to 300. So that's a lot of miles. You can literally drive your car 1, 2, 3 times a day. Not a day, but 3 times.
So you're not saying it wouldn't work with the 110 or the 220?
It will, for sure.
But the ideal situation is the 240.
220 and 240.
Okay.
That's what's ideal. It all depends on how you drive. Now, are you somebody that's Jamaica's an island, so it's not as huge as like driving from here to like Atlanta or something like that.
Right.
So as far as the amount of range you're gonna get in the vehicle, I think it'd be pretty good. You also have hills.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of hills. So going down the hills, you're regenerating that battery. It has something called a regenerative breaker, and what that does is it recharges the battery every time you let go of the accelerator.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's almost like a golf cart effect. You ever driven a golf cart where you let go of the accelerator, it starts to slow down?
Yeah.
That's exactly how the car functions as well.
How simple is it to set up this? Does this come, or this is like extra?
This is extra. What comes is the wires that goes right in your car.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mobile connector of a cell phone. This is extra. It's about $2,000 extra, and this is something that you need an electrician to kind of set up for you. And if you're in Jamaica, you will want to have an electrician, if you don't have one already, draw a line from wherever you have in your house.
Or the post.
To the post, yeah.
So is it,
power source.
all right, as we would say, would we take it straight from the panel box? Or can it go through and come out back?
It can go through and come back too.
Okay.
You got your breaker in your house, or whatever it may be, and you plan to have it on the house, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool, yeah. The house, most houses have 220 already. And you got your washer and dryer in there, you got the refrigerator. All those things run on 220. So it uses that same exact power.
In terms of the electrician, you offer free help, or is that going to be extra to be on the phone, or?
Oh, no, not at all. That's all. We recommend electricians. And it's just literally that's something that you kind of go out and get on your own.
Yeah.
As far as electricians are concerned, most of them in this area knows how to install this.
Yeah.
And then we also give you a charging installation, like instruction manual, where you just give that to the electrician, and he knows how to figure it out from there.
Okay.
It's not. It's very, very simple. I mean, they already have it in the house. And just you got to draw a line so that this 20-foot mobile connector connect to it.
Okay.
All right. So then we go out here. So right here, where we're in right now is where people take delivery. So these are all cars looking to take delivery today or tomorrow or the next. Not tomorrow. Excuse me. It's today, which is Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So people are coming to take their delivery. That's the delivery team over there.
Yeah.
So you're probably take delivery here. And once you're out of here, you can do whatever you want.
So there's a little training before you leave.
Absolutely, you can do trade-ins if you want.
Okay, training.
Training, oh yeah, absolutely. They sit there and they train you. Like right now, they're getting the training.
Yeah.
So he has a delivery team in his car right now, and they're training him how to function it, setting up all the features, catering.
Okay. Is it a standard routine or the training, or is according to how the customer asks the question?
Oh, no. That's a standard routine. Like we train everyone before they get on the vehicle.
Oh, so you get a certificate afterwards?
Huh?
You get a certificate afterwards? A diploma?
Oh, not bad. I mean, yeah. Who knows? I mean, they got gifts in here. I don't know what's in there.
Oh.
But everybody has a little gift. It's Christmas time, so
Okay.
see what happens. Now what? So at this point, all you need is your driver's license.
Yeah.
And if you want to take one out for a test drive with me, you can. Would you like that?
Yeah, I prefer you to drive me first.
Sure, no problem. Come on.
Okay.
Follow me. Without, if you don't mind, without sending you your brochure, that way you can have one of those as well, all right?
Sure, no problem.
In the meantime, let me explain this a little bit because it's very unique. Before we hit the road,
Yeah.
I want to basically tell you why it drives the way it does. Right? So this is an aluminum chassis. It's built from the ground up to be one of the safest and the most efficient cars on the planet. And there's 3 reasons why that's the case. Under this red thing right there in the middle, holds the batteries. And in those batteries, in fact, I have a battery right there. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Here, the battery.
Whoa.
This battery right here is almost the shape of a AA battery. It's about 7,000 plus of these posted right under the middle of this vehicle. And we conveniently located it there so that it can, hold down the center of gravity and also allow the car to have a low chances of flipping. So
Yeah.
minimize the chances of
Sweet,
flipping.
yeah.
Exactly, especially when driving around curves. And also because this is a third of the vehicle right here in the middle. It also allows the car to drive faster and definitely take advantage of some of those aerodynamic features that we currently have in the vehicle.
All right. Is it possible to get it, like, do you have to keep it at that level or can you get it adjusted?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we have a smart suspension that's in this vehicle. In fact, this is it right here.
Oh.
So these smart suspensions, this is just kind of like punched up right now. But these smart suspensions can be automatically driven or manually turned on. Yeah, so you can turn it on automatically. That way, this car is standard, but it can go low, like a BMW or a Porsche.
Yeah.
It can go very high. I mean, high and very high. High is like a Mercedes, it drives really comfortable. Very high is like a Ghost.
Yeah.
Like one of those drives, like it almost feels like you're driving on a cloud. So we have those different features. It allows that car to, like, say if you're driving through water, you can rise the car.
Yeah.
If you're driving on a steep ramp, you can lower the car so that it can kind of have good control. The second reason why it's very efficient is this area right here. This is called the powertrain. This replaces your engine and your transmission in your vehicle today. So in here is the drive inverter, the single-speed gearbox, and the motor. So the moment you step on the accelerator, it juices up these batteries.
Yeah.
It goes here to invert the energy from AC to DC, so it's creating electricity here. Goes into the single-speed gearbox, which replaces your transmission. and then into the motor to spin the rotor forward or backwards to be a drive reverse. Alright? And then as I mentioned, it drives like a golf cart. So it has something called regenerative braking. So it uses that momentum that the car is using to move the car forward. So say you're going down the hill.
Yeah.
All of that is going redirecting that energy right back into these batteries to recharge. And it also slows down your car as well. So it's really efficient and also safe in that sense too.
How much miles did you say?
It can go from anywhere between 230 to 300, and that's the standard. But if, depending on your driving habits, you can get as high as 495 or as low as, you know, blowing it the whole time, you can get like 180.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's all about how you drive the vehicle. Just
I
like
know
gas-
about, I know about the speed. I heard about the speed, but I'm just
amazing.
want to say how fast you going before you go need another recharge.
Right, and the car actually has some features in the vehicle called the energy consumption, which will show you your projected range based off your driving habits.
Oh, okay.
Right? So then the third reason why this thing
And all that
is
information is wired back to Tesla.
safe- absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. And then you have the energy, the third feature, which is why we are very efficient and safe, is this area right here. So because of the absence of an engine block, which is like the #1 killer in a head-on collision,
Yeah.
we designed the car to take up to 5 times more force than any other car in a head-on collision. So we have the aluminum, and we strategically use aluminum, obviously, because it doesn't rust.
Yeah.
It also has a shock absorbent compared to other metals, and it's very light, so it helps with the aerodynamics of the vehicle. You can drive fast because of it. And then right here, this is like the armor. So when a car is, like I said, you had a head-on collision, that armor is what,
Sturdy. Yeah.
yeah, that's the sturdy part of it. All right?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What maintenance does a car really need?
Sure. Really, not much. This car is, we recommend that you stop by once a year, annually. And for that annual service, we do alignment checks, we check all the technology, make sure everything is functioning correctly, make sure your internet and your technology is upgraded. And we also make sure that we rotate the tires, and also the small specs like the low profile handles, everything is moved up and working properly, functioning properly. And that's a 600 flat feet, which is really cool. At least you know ahead of time, it's very transparent to know what's going on when you come in.
All right.
And it's only about 22 moving parts in the car when it's driving
Yeah.
that's moving. So it's not much to maintain. Like whereas a regular engine combustion car has hundreds, almost sometimes thousands of pieces just moving around, which can break down at any point. This doesn't have that many. In fact, less than 20. Less than 30.
All right. Can any other regular mechanics or car places out there handle this, or do I have to come back to Tesla?
Let's see. We recommend you come back to us because there's not enough certified techs and mechanics that know how to function this car.
All right. Let's take
It's
the
more
alignment.
technology rather than anything.
Can we get it aligned at a regular car alignment place?
You can, you just run the risk of them messing up.
Oh. So, all right. They usually use software to help with the alignment, along with
We
the.
have like robotics, we have like robots that help.
Do those? Is that software available? Let's say Meineke or any of those alignment places?
We handle everything in-house, unlike a dealership. Where you
No, I heard that part, but is it going to be just like how you have the fill-up stations spreading slowly across the United
Alright,
States?
So are we going to have a service center out in Jamaica or something?
Well, not necessarily Jamaica, but the actual other third party. Will they be able to handle it at some point, or strictly back to Tesla?
Maybe. And the way you'll be able to handle it is as if like they ever worked for Tesla, they learned how to do it, and went third party and taught it. That's the only way I can think about it.
Okay.
Because, other than that, most of our guys at house, they handle this car. And it's unique. It's very different than the car. Like when you look at the bottom of the car, you see a flat plate.
Yeah.
Titanium shield. You don't see like a bunch of pieces like another car would have. So
Okay. And how cooperative is Tesla? Will, like, let's say we take it out to the US. Are you willing to fly down a mechanic, or will I have to?
That's all on you.
Okay.
Because
But it's
not like-
possible that if the dealer would say, okay, mechanic, you're going to Jamaica this weekend.
Got it.
Oh, really? It would have to be a personal?
Yeah, that's all personal. That means you got to fly them.
Yeah, no, apart from the expenses.
Apart from the expenses, that's something that you'll probably have to talk to the higher ups about as far as the service team. 'Cause I'm not a service,
Right.
but I do know that people have extended and called off on it because it's a lot of work that I'm sure that's involved. Basically, booking a vacation for tech just to come out and fix the car. You can do that.
It has been done. It has been
you
done.
can do that. Sure. Let me ask my guy. He's the service guy right here.
Okay.
So he wants to know if you bring this car to me, would they be able to bring the tech out to Jamaica to fix it?
Yes, of course. The only thing is that he has to pay for everything. Expenses.
There you go.
Yeah.
parts.
But your boss is willing to give you what you need to get it done.
Yes, as long as it's gonna be serviced, and then you have to before you buy it though, you have to make sure that they will open it.
Okay.
So before placing any orders or anything, you
Yeah.
make sure to talk to the sales manager,
Yeah.
so they can talk to the service manager and see what the service the vehicle is. So we have a few vehicles, let's say in Puerto Rico,
That's what I was about to
and
ask.
we don't have any service center there,
Yeah.
but we send out the information with everything, but they split the whole package of travel time,
Okay.
tickets,
Yeah,
plane,
sure.
hotel, cars, because down there, nothing's covered on the warranty.
Okay. How long does the service need? A day? 2 days?
It depends which car, it depends what it is.
Okay.
So it could be a fix that's super easy, or it could be another one that's not easy, but that's something that we don't know. Normally, they are just scheduled to be serviced once a year,
Yeah.
and the yearly service is about 5 hours to complete.
Okay. So it was a day then.
And also 5 hours with our technology. I don't know how shops are down there.
Yeah.
If they do have the same technology that we have here.
Yeah.
If we don't, it could be a whole day of just work.
Oh, no problem. A day is fine. Okay.
So normally, like the required service that we offer is that one, the annual service, which I think you already described that to you.
Yeah.
And then depending on the technology, that's the time that they'll give you.
All right. But those cars that went down to Puerto Rico were already, the agreement was already laid out
Yes.
with them.
Like customers were aware that we couldn't cover nothing.
Okay.
But the service manager of the shop wherever your car is gonna belong to
Yeah.
has to agree that you will send somebody there.
Okay.
Because we can say no.
Right. All right. But for this is basically the only one in Florida, right? Down this side.
South Coast.
Yes.
Okay.
This is further south service center in Florida.
Okay. All right. Thank you. What's your name?
Juan Pablo,
And you are?
I am a service concierge.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Okay. So you ready to hit the road and kind of check this out?
Sure.
All right. Let's do it. Model S right now.
Which is the hottest thing out there.
Yeah, so you got literally this is your front trunk right here.
Yeah. All right. Let's just go straight in.
Now we're in the Model S. This is the Model S P90D. This is how the key looks. I'm sure it's like a little matchbox. Matchbox key. Tap on the front, that opens the front trunk. Double click on the back, that opens the back trunk. Double tap on the top, that opens the side. The low profile handles. I usually carry it in this little pouch. Put it on my keychain, or in my pocket, etc. Or just drop it down here. So it's keyless entry. The moment I step on the brake, the car turns on. The car is now on. So right here, this is a very, I'll show you a few things, standard features before we hit the road. So this right here is our 17-inch screen.
And go.
So we're in the Model S right now. we're about to get ready for our drive. So I'm just going to show you a feature. I'm just setting up everything for my my liking and my, obviously I'm 6'4", so I want to make sure that everything fits properly. The side mirrors, everything is set. Alright, so here we have the 17-inch screen. I want to show you this before we hit off the road. This is a couple standard features that I think everyone should know about. So right here, this is the 17-inch screen that comes standard in all the Model S. It's very, very easy to use, like a huge iPad, as you will. This is going to come on every model that we currently have and will have in the future as well. This is the navigation system. It's powered by Google Maps. So I'm sure most people are very familiar with it right now. Then we have the satellite mode here, and also the traffic aware, so you can know what's going on in the traffic. Just anything that's red, obviously that's bumper to bumper versus green, which is the clear road. If you ever in an unfamiliar area, you just press places, then chargers, and it'll show you all the chargers, destination chargers and superchargers in the entire nation. Tesla is right here, so you have all your superchargers. You just click on it and it'll direct you right to it. Then we have your calendar. Now this syncs with your phone via Bluetooth, and it pulls up your calendar and it shows all your appointments for today and tomorrow. If you have a location inside the appointment, it'll navigate exactly how to get there given the traffic. So that in essence you'll never be late to one of your appointments. But if you have to leave early, it'll notify you saying, hey, listen, it's time to leave now. You know, if you want to make your appointment on time. Here is your energy consumption. It shows you how efficiently you're driving within the last 5, 15, and 30 miles of range. One unique feature about this is owners like to play a little games with it themselves. And the goal of the game would be to get into this green area or gray area. What that does is that maximizes the amount of range you're going to get in the vehicle. So if you look right here, for example, we have 30 miles. The last 30 miles, this is how someone was driving before we got into the vehicle. And the projected miles is 127 miles. Now, that's what the projected around based off their driving behavior, but the number you want to always look at when you get in this vehicle is this number right here. And that's the 206 miles of range that you currently have in the vehicle. Alright. Then we have the web browser, full service web browser. We provide you with complimentary 4G LTE. So here you can literally function the internet any way you please except for 2 ways, which is with audio streaming.
Look to the Blue Hour is brought to you by IGL. IGL, look to the blue.
So that in essence you'll never be late to one of your appointments, because if you have to leave early, it'll notify you saying, hey, listen, it's time to leave now. You know, if you want to make your appointment on time. Here is your energy consumption. It shows you how efficiently you're driving within the last 5, 15, and 30. So we have right here 206 miles of range in your vehicle. So this is something that's important. You always look at this. That's the exact miles you have in the vehicle. Then when you come over here, you have your camera. So this shows a fisheye view, shows you up to 3 lanes behind you on the highway. One unique feature about this though is as you're driving forward, you can keep this on. So you have your mirrors right here, 1, 2, and 3, and then you also have a set of eyes behind you as you're driving forward if you ever need it. Then here you have your phone. It syncs with your phone via Bluetooth. Has voice control, pretty much like any other phone system in any modern car at the moment. Voice control, press and hold, call Derek, it will call me. Real simple. And then we have the media. So because we didn't give you audio streaming in the internet browser, we decided to give you internet radio. Slacker Personal allows you to customize your playlist according to the genre you like to listen to. So like pop, jazz, etc. It's just like Pandora. TuneIn Radio allows you to listen to any local radio station anywhere in the world by location. So let's pull here to see if we can get the islands up.
You passed it up the top. There you go.
There we go. So these are some of the, obviously some of your stations. You can click on one of them. So you can play that while you're anywhere in the world. Got it?
All right, let's go Sun City.
All right, sure thing. So I'm gonna play that. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we can roll to that.
Not bad, alright? Alright, cool. So to get myself prepared for the drive, I always click controls, driving, and I choose my steering mode. I can drive in sport, which is more like the steering. It drives like a Porsche or BMW, very tight in the steering. Then you have comfort, which drives equivalent of a Lexus.
And formerly insane mode.
Exactly. So here, acceleration. You can drive in sport, which gives you a little over 500 horsepower, and then you press ludicrous, which turns on the extra 253 horsepower, making this car from 0 to 60 2.8. That's the equivalent of a Bugatti, Ferrari, souped up Ferrari, McLaren. Off the line, this is one of the fastest sedans on the planet to date. And then regenerative braking, I mentioned before, has standard and low. We never take it off completely. Standard allows you to capture up to 60 kilowatts, whereas low allows you to capture up to 30, and it allows it to cruise a little bit more. I always leave it on standard because I like to get as much energy as possible, right? So I'm ready for my drive. I'm gonna turn off ludicrous for now, and I'll show you that in a second. And then I'm gonna hit the road, hit the levers. I'm ready to go. Very quiet. And as I put my foot up off the accelerator, it starts to slow down itself. I didn't press my foot on the brake until the end of the ride, or end of the road just now. But you know how I mentioned that was a single speed gearbox, right?
Yeah.
So that takes away your transmission. Your transmission, usually when people floor it, they hear the roar and then their car goes. This car just goes. All right? And I'll show you what that's like in a minute. So you know how I mentioned that? So the moment I step down on the throttle, it's gone.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sure. Oh shit. Sorry about that, people. I've seen this many times, but that experience.
Very different, man.
Where are we? Right, Playland?
Basically, I got a little path for you guys. Shows you some curves, some hills, and also I have a little runway where I can test out that ludicrous mode for you guys. And also, lastly, a place where we can try out the autopilot. So what's like a common car to drive there in Jamaica? What's like a car that most people usually get, the mass market cars? All right, so we have the armrest right here, Napa leather armrest. If you slide them back, you have some cup holders. However, this is the only two functions that this purpose has for the car. Now, if you look under the vehicle, it's not something that you can kind of like lift up, or it's not storage space. Your storage space is here and under the screen. You can also add a center console. I've seen people do that as well. Add a center console where it's an open and close storage little folder where you can add that in, which allows you to have a little bit more space in the sense that you have walls. This, lots of space. Actually, a lot of women love this part of it because now they have a place where they can put their bag. And then as far as buttons is concerned, it's only 2 buttons on the dash, and that's hazards and the dashboard, which is right under here. All right. Another cool thing about this vehicle, one thing that I actually like a lot, because when I travel, I can always press button right there. There's a button under there that says DT, which is my initials, but there's another profile that says valet mode, and that valet mode allows your car to literally cap all your recent history, your web browser history, your phones, your navigation system, and your music. It caps all of that, and it basically shuts it off so that when the valet has it, sorry about that, but when the valet has it, they can't look into your personal information. Also, it caps the speed so they won't be able to joyride with your vehicle. And then they lock your screens and also your glove compartment as well, and your trunks. Any other questions you have?
This is not even steep enough. But
yeah, it's not even steep enough. Have fun now.
Okay. You can do the usual antics with it, handbrake turns.
Yeah,
is it easy?
Yeah,
or because of the weight you can't really do that?
Yeah, you can't do the handbrake turns, but the car doesn't really. The Curaçao's electric all-wheel drive,
yeah.
So it doesn't swivel too much. So it holds the road really well, like now. So it holds pretty well. Really good for turns.
Yeah, handling look good.
So over here, I'll show you a cool little feature, and this feature is for the turbo. So this is a straightaway. This is my little runway right here.
Yeah.
We put in ludicrous, and then we come to a complete stop. I'll let this car go by. In fact, I'll just go in front of it. That way, it's in a safe zone. We don't have to worry about people. All right, and all right, we got 90, just like that. Under 5 seconds, probably hit 90. Here, click on that. Sport, ludicrous. We're about to get ready to go. All right, let's do it. Turns on the extra 250 horsepower, 0 to 60, 2.8. Let's go. All right, we had 90, we had 100. In about 5 seconds. Just like that, man. This car's off. So now I have another feature to show you besides ludicrous. It's called autopilot. Now we recommend that you do autopilot on the highway. I just understand that this road is very clear and safe to do so. And it's a back road, so not much traffic as well. But on the highway is when we recommend it because we have sensors in the front of the car, and those sensors pick up the lanes on the highway. And by law, the lanes are very clear, or have to be very clear. in the States. So sometimes on the back streets and back roads, those roads may be a little faded as far as the lanes is concerned. But this one I know is pretty good, so I'm gonna show you how it works. 1 second. Here. So right now I have the lane departure warnings. That was a lane departure warning. Whenever I ride on a lane, it shakes the steering wheel. Now that I'm in the lane, I double click, I turn on the auto steer, and the car is basically driving itself. We recommend that we keep our hands on the steering wheel, but if you do take your hands off for a moment, you know that your car is pretty much aware when you aren't.
But you're trying to trick us, man. That look like that highway mode. What's that?
It's called autopilot. So this is we're not fully autonomous. We're level 2. So basically, you still have to take control at some points. But as of right now, I have my foot away from the accelerator, and it's pacing the car in front of me. It's slowing down, speeding up, and stopping according to that car that's in front of me. And then I turn it off by just pressing on the brake, and then I'm gonna make a U-turn, and I'm gonna show you even a better route, because coming down, it's a lot easier to use. All right? Good turning radius. All right, here we go. To 85 really quickly. Just like that. Very fast car. So here, this area, I'm going to show you the autopilot. So I turn it on, double click, my foot is away from the accelerator. It's pretty much driving at the speed that I set it to, which is 35 miles per hour. And if you watch, it's turning. On its own, it's driving on its own. So for people that are long distance traveling from, like, say I'm from New York City, if I drive from New York City down to Florida, it's 23 hours. And those 23 hours, you know, I may get tired if I want to do it in a straight shot. This allows me to not think as much or focus as much on the road, even though I have to. But when I am not, it allows me to, you know, feel a little bit more comfortable and at ease that I'm in a safe environment, because my car is being just as aware, if not more, than I am. And just like this, it's just turning. So literally I just keep my hands close by. I don't really control it, but I let the car just do its thing. And if I want to speed up, I hit the levers right here. The car speeds up to catch on to the next car, which is in front of me. If you look at the dash, you'll see that the dash shows a small car, which is that car that's in front of me. One cool feature, we're about to make close to a nice little curve, and it's turning. My foot is away from the dash, my foot is away from the accelerator, and it's pretty much just driving itself. Then again, it turns. Slowing down as well because of the cars that are currently in front of me. Then I just take over. To turn off the autopilot, you just turn the steering wheel a few degrees, or you step on the brake. My signal, make my right. So it's like a supercar and a everyday driving car all in one. It can be very comfortable, it can be very sporty, it can be very fast, it can be very just soft and cruisy. It's just up to you how you like to drive. It meets your needs in that way. And then if you want to play around, you can kick up the road. drive cruise, you're good. So the cool thing about this car, I mean, once you put your keys in your pocket, to shut the car off, you just walk away.
All right, yeah, as you approach the car, the handles pop out.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the difference between the 845 and the S model?
All right, so we have the Model S, and we have a couple different battery sizes in there. One being the 70, the other being the 85. Those are the two rear-wheel drive versions of it. The 70 kilowatt battery, 85 kilowatt battery. And above that, we have the all-wheel drive, electric all-wheel drive, which is the 70D, the 85D, and also the performance models, which are the P85D and the P90D. All right. Once you have those vehicles, what changes in all those vehicles are just the range, the speed, and the power of the vehicle. Everything else is pretty much identical as far as how it looks and how it can be customized, except for the performance model, which can have the red brake calipers and the carbon fiber spoiler. Other than that, everything else is completely identical. All right, man?